Spot Nation fans thereof, Kettle Watch Matt here. Another edition of the Kettle Watch Matt channel on the bed vlog. Okay, I want to give you a continuation of the varicose veins struggle. Yesterday, I got a call from the hospital. I had heard any sort of confirmation from the hospital about surgery being a go, green light on Friday, and I was starting to get a little concerned because they tend to wait till the last second around here. So if I didn't hear from them by Wednesday after school, I was going to go over there myself and say, hello, yeah, surgery Friday, I mean, everything good, what's going to go on, insurance covering it, blah, blah, blah. And I got a call from them. I was like, oh, all right, great. And, excuse me. And they told me, hey, Sawadi Cop, Mr. Matthew, we have your estimate for the surgery. So I was like, oh, okay, all right, cool. So, insurance good to cover it? It's like, yeah, insurance good to cover it. All right, so how much is it going to be? 100,000 baht. What? He was like, yeah, 100,000 baht, but insurance is going to cover most of it. And I was like, and one of the things that they said was that they wanted me to stay there for 3 days. It's like, no, I'm not going to stay there for 3 days. I'm not getting my leg amputated or anything like that, or getting a sex change operation, or maybe I am. But it's like, look, I want to come over there, and you need to break down the numbers for me so I can, get a good idea of what you're talking about. So I do want to get there, and I was in there like, all right, yeah, just be here before 4:30. I get out of work at 4, and just because of how crappy traffic is, I asked my boss. He was cool with let me go a little early, just come in early the next day, and I did. And so I got there, and they broke down the cost, and a lot of the costs had to do with staying there for an extra 3 days, and every single thing, everyone that I've known, there's a few people I've known that have had varicose vein surgery, the actual stripping that I'm going to have, and yeah, everyone went home the same day. Pretty much everything I've read for after surgery said, oh yeah, you go home that day. And so even though my surgery is actually going to be at a strange time, it's going to be at like around 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. That's the thing I want to do, buddy. But, excuse me, yeah, just depending on like when I wake up and everything's all set my body from the anesthesia, if I'm able to get up and walk around just fine and not feel like I'm a rock star, I'm going home that night. And that's it. The only real, and the nurses were saying that, oh yeah, well, or just want to have the, stay there just in case there's any complications. No. The only real complications that ever happen other than maybe some minor bleeding, even then that's, no big deal. I'm not going to like wake up and pool my own blood and in a bed and look like I'm a, victim from a Resident Evil zombie attack or anything like that. Yeah, I told him no. I want to go home that night. So what was it? The total cost was going to be that, and they're like, "Oh yeah. Well, don't worry. Since it's going to estimate, they said it's estimate. It's like, okay, cool, I understand. But you need to estimate me not staying here. They said that the insurance is going to cover most of it being 60%. Which, okay, cool, I get it. But still, the out of pocket, I'd still have to pay 40,000. It's like, no, I'm not going to. That's going to be. I mean, if I wanted to get the full Monty, that was going to be convert to U.S. dollars about $1,200. And come on, and guys, don't even begin to sit there and say, "Well, Matt, come on, it's a quarter, and it's a quarter of what someone else would have to pay out of pocket, even if they have insurance, except for magical Obamacare, where everything's just going to be free from now on." But yeah, I understand that it's a quarter to a third of what would it be in the States, but you have to remember, I'm on Bangkok salary of, even though I have free housing from my school, and I'm making around 32,000 baht a month, which technically if I was if I had to pay for my own housing with my salary, that'd be about 40,000. Still, point being is that's just around $1,000 a month, and they're saying all I need to do to pay out of pocket is $1,200. I'm like, no, I don't. And so, anyways, when you guys come here to Thailand, many people are going to always come for. Many people that always come for was called a medical holiday. Still, one of the things you have to know, and just about every farang, every white person that comes around, if they have to use the hospital, they're going to tack on extra charges. And they even used to tack on extra charges back in America too. So that's not any different. I know, just to go back, like I said, it's only 25 to 30% of want to be in the States, but still at the same time, that's your money, guys. You could just sit there and tell them, hey, no, I don't need this. Hey, I don't need this extra charge. I don't need to stay there for 5 days after, or stay in the hospital 5 days after having my tooth pulled. Just in case. No. You can just tell them, it's like, look, yeah, here's what I need, here's the basics, I'll be fine afterward, let's go. That's really it. So tomorrow is going to be the big day. I'm supposed to go in there at, I think about 8 a.m. I know, I said the operation's going to be about 5 o'clock. I just have to go there and, get some tests done, make sure that, nothing's wrong with me, and everyone knows something's wrong with me, but physically, not mentally. And yeah, oh boy, it's going to be, the worst part about it's going to be boring, just sitting there waiting for the operation to start. And actually, from what I've read from people's personal experiences, is that the worst part about the operation is actually after, where a leg just gets pretty sore, and sometimes for a few days, sometimes for about 2-3 weeks. And yeah, there was one forum I was reading where people were talking about their complications, from getting the vein stripping surgery that I'm going to be doing next week, stripping, and although I'm not what's it called, hypochondriac, I don't get worried about that stuff. I'm so weird when it comes to worrying. I will, when it comes to really big things like this, I don't care. I don't. It's like, all right, well, because I've had like massive traumatic experiences in my life. Like one of the things right here, I think I told you about. I lost my eye in a car wreck, and basically I woke up the morning going into surgery. They're saying, "Oh, we'll try and save the eye, but we don't think so." And I woke up after surgery, and I could feel something in the eye, and there's a gigantic, depressing, big-ass bowling ball-sized bandage right over the side of my face. And I was saying, "Oh, hey, nurses, I feel something in there. Were you able to save the eye?" And they said, "No, I'm sorry, they had to go and take it out." And I was like, oh my god, my life is ruined. And they're like, no, you'll be okay. I said, no, you don't understand. No matter what I dress up for Halloween, they're always going to look at me and say, oh man, cool pirate costume. I'll admit I was a big bastard for saying that, but yeah, if you couldn't tell, especially by this video, humor is a defense mechanism. But at least with that, I'll admit I did cry about it. I was like, fucking hell, pardon my language, not safe for work. I lost an eye in a car wreck. It could have been worse. But I was also pretty grateful for it. So grateful that I didn't hurt anyone. Grateful that I was still alive. I just thought, all right, cool, everything's gonna be back to normal. The worst part about it was I had to have that big bandage over my face for a week. I couldn't shower for a week, and once I finally got that thing taken off, and that was the greatest shower in the world, man. I felt so much better afterward. And but I'm starting to go way off topic here. But the point being was I actually took it very well, and I took it so well that it didn't register to people when I said that I lost my eye in a car wreck. They just said, oh yeah, I got in a car wreck. So this I'm being cool about too. But God, back to what I was saying, Mr. Off Topic Man strikes again. There are a lot of people that were on this one website where I read that said that or read about their experiences of recovering from the surgery, and yeah, not a lot of good stories on there. And I'll admit, I'll admit, even though I said didn't worry, I did start to worry just a little bit. But then I realized, oh, Matt, you got to remember, this is the internet. No one sits there, goes on the internet and say, oh man, let me tell you about the greatest experience in the world after I got my varicose veins taken out, and man, I just need to tell the world that I feel great. Yeah. No, they're going to sit there and complain. That's what most people do on the internet. They go on there to bitch about something. Sort of like my video from yesterday. But, or where am I going with this? So, yeah, just point being, just to go back to square one. When you come over here and get surgery, whether or get some hospital bills, whether you're here for a medical vacation, or even you're here for work, for whatever you want to do, you just have to be careful about the extra charges that they're going to be putting on your hospital bill. It doesn't make them bad people. It's just kind of the way it is. And all you need to do is just let them know, it's like, no, I'm not taking that extra charge. I just want the basics. I just want 1, 2, 3. Well, let's do it. That's it. And they'll be cool with it, which is what they were cool with as well. When I was telling them, it's like, no, I don't need 3 days in the hospital. I'm like, well, let's see after the operation. Well, I know after the operation, I'm not going to need 3 days in the hospital. And they're just cool about it regardless. So anyways, that's it. And wow, I haven't made a big, long, rambling 12-minute video in a long time. But tomorrow I'm going to go and vlog my time at the hospital and hopefully put it all together, because I'm going to be sitting there 8 hours before I go into work, or go into operation. Anyways, I'm going to need something to do. So, okay guys, that's it. And I'll even just vlog after my recovery there too, so I think that might be interesting. So Hustle January still does have some life in it. Yeah. Okay guys, that's it. I'm out of here. Cattle Watch Matt signing off. See ya! I'm still going. I'm not going to edit that out. That's funny. Okay.